What is up, guys? I'm back again. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a very special amplifier, one that is a thorn in my side, or was for many years, and is now my go-to amp model that I like to use in the FM3. That is the Recto, specifically the Recto 2 models. If you have an FM3 or I think the AM4 has them too, or the Axe Effects 3, you'll have this model as well. But I think that it's severely, I don't think it's misunderstood. I think people understand pretty well that they're like hard to dial in, or just it's just like nearly impossible if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to approach it right. Me included for years. I think it's one of the least user-friendly amplifiers like ever, but once you get it dialed in, it's like so addicting to play that you don't really want to play anything else once you know how to get it right. So today, my goal is to help you guys get it right. So today, we're going to do the Recto 2 red modern channel model that they have. So this is what it sounds stock. Oh, by the way, I'm using just like this Dynacab blend that I made in 30 seconds. I'm sure you guys could just use one of your favorite IRs and just pop that in. So, you know, this rule applies if you have the FM3. Obviously, any fractal stuff, this is going to work perfectly for you. But if you use any amp sims, like I know the Josh Middleton STL Tones plugin, that one has a dual rec in it. And I think they have the right tools that you need to do what I'm going to do as well. So you would just kind of find the alternative to what I'm showing you and just do it that way. So right now I have no drive. This is literally just amp and cab, everything straight up 12 o'clock. So let's hear how it sounds. And right away for me, if I heard this like 5 years ago and I was going through like amp models, I'd be like, dude, this is straight like grandpa shit. This sounds like a Marshall or something. Like, I don't know. It's just like not sick. And then I just go to a 5150 or something. But let me show you the way. So one approach you can take is to use a drive, right? Just like a tube screamer, like a TS9 or whatever. So let's try and see how that sounds. And I know a lot of people will like, they'll crank the level to 10 and then the tone to 10, but I'll show you what that sounds like. And then I'll explain kind of why that's not really the move. So this is the tone and the level at 5. Yeah, this is the tone and level at 5. Now let's turn the tone to 10. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. There's a little bit more saturation. Now let's dime the level and see how that goes. And for me, that's just not good enough. Like, I just wouldn't use that ever. So the reason why boosting the level on your drive pedal doesn't work is because basically what you're doing is, yes, you are creating a more like mid-range biased guitar signal to hit the amp, but when you boost the level, you are also boosting all the low end back to basically where it was again. So it's kind of like it's counterintuitive to do it that way, because you just get the same amount of flub with more of a mid-range focused tone. So it ends up just sounding messy. So for me, what I like to do is I keep that level knob always at 5, and I only touch the tone. There's a few instances where like I might go up a little bit, and I think it's still okay, but you just need to be really careful with the level knob with a Recto. I don't really ever go past like 7. And most of the time I really don't need to use it at all. So that's basically the reason. Let's try a different approach. So what these amps really need is a preamp boost. So thankfully in the FM3 and all the Fractal stuff, there's this preamp section. This preamp section actually only exists for like the FM3 and later. It's not on the Axe 8 or the Axe 2 or the Axe Ultra or whatever. But there is this preamp section. And these are clean boosts. And there's a whole list of them here. And these are available for every amp model in the whatever unit you have. But my favorite one is the one that's selected, which is a fort and grind pedal. So basically, you just turn this bastard on. I just want to remind you, everything is at noon on the actual amp settings. And this is at noon as well. And let's hear how it sounds. Let's hear without and then with. So listen to this again. This is just nothing, no boost or anything. And then the fort and grind on. Way closer already. Let's turn this up to like 18 and see how it sounds with everything at noon except for this boost. All right, and that's way closer. It's still flubby for sure. There's still way too much low end in here, but we're gonna figure that out. So let's go over here. I want to up the gain to like, let's go like 6.3. And also these amps love treble. So as you turn this treble knob up, they just really wake up. So I'll show you how that sounds. Here's with just the gain up like a little bit. And then with the treble up. Definitely way better than what we had before, but we're not done yet. So what I like to do in the FM3 is I like to use this preamp boost here, right? But I like to let that do like half or 60% of the heavy lifting in terms of getting the low end out. And then I do like to keep this boost on. So I'll turn this on, tone at 5, stock settings, drive 0. And we'll hear how this sounds. Now we're getting somewhere, man. Let's turn this tone up to like 7.5. Let's get real crazy with it. Look at that. Ain't that something? Let's dime it and hear how it sounds. And just like that, you have this crazy, tight, insanely sick tone with a dual rec. Now, what I would probably do with this, if I really wanted to clean things up a little bit, I might boost this up to like 20. And maybe I'd go to like 6.5 and hear how that sounds. I mean, I think that's a pretty sick tone. So yeah, like I said, you guys could do something like this in that STL Tones plugin, or if you have a clean boost, like a physical pedal, throw that into the effects loop of your FM3 or whatever hardware you're using, like a Line 6 or something like that. And I would double boost the Recto. That is what I do to this. And I think it sounds so sick. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Peace.